So our supplies today, we have these colors of yarn, and we are going to start off with our red piece of yarn. So we're going to take a book, and we're just going to wrap our red string around our book. And you guys can pause the video or watch the video again as you guys do these steps. I'm going to speed up or cut out pieces of the video while I do this, so it would be easier for you guys to watch. So I've finished putting this around my book, and it doesn't really matter how many times you wrap it around your book. You just want to have a good amount. And so now we're just going to cut our end piece with some scissors, and we're just going to delicately slide off our yarn. So now we have our piece of yarn, and we're going to take a small piece of yarn, and we're just going to tie it at one of the ends. We're going to make sure it's double knotted. This will make it easier for us to handle this. We're just going to shake it. And we have one of our end pieces. We're just going to cut that to where our string ends, right there. So now we are just going to split up the yarn, and just like that. And what we're going to do is we're gonna put our finger in between it, right at the top where our knot is. We're just going to make a knot right here. And there's our head. Now we're going to do the same step again with the middle body. Put one finger in between our strings, and then we make another knot here. So now we're going to put this aside, and we're going to get our red yarn piece again, and we're just going to get our end. We're just going to get our book again, and we're just going to wrap it around here. Doesn't need to be as many as the first time. Just gonna cut it and slide it off. Now we get another small piece of our yarn, and we're going to tie it right at one of the ends. It could be about a finger length when you put in your finger, or it could be shorter or longer, however you want, because it's going to be the arms. But I prefer it being pretty short, since these are going to be like the fingers. Now we're going to stick our scissors in between the yarn and pull at it to make sure you get some tension before you cut. So this is what we have now. And we're just going to try our best in splitting up the pieces as evenly as we could get. See, I made 3 on this side, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make 3 on this side, and then I'm just going to take pieces and just split them between the two groups. That seems pretty even to me. So now you will probably have your trusted adults braid the pieces, and It's a bit difficult at first to learn, but once you get it, you get it. So I'll do a quick little tutorial. So you get one piece and you wrap it around the middle piece, and then you get the left hand, wrap it underneath the one that's in the middle. Keep on doing that. You just switch side to side, wrap it from the one in the middle, and you make sure that you pull it tight. Now we're getting to the end. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold it, and we're going to get a piece of string, and we're going to tie it at the end. So now we're going to cut this end. Poke our scissors through the holes, pull for tension, and then cut it. And then trim off some of the pieces that don't fit. I'm going to do the same on this end. And we have our arms. Just gonna go right in here. My arms are kind of short, but it's all good. If you guys want to make your arms longer, that's all good. But I like my short little arms. Next, we're going to take our blue yarn, and we are going to get it as long as you want. I would probably choose maybe 2 of your arm span, which is from one arm to the next, and you just reach out on both sides. And then you, from the end with it, from one hand of the end, you grab that end. We're just gonna stretch across again, and you're gonna cut it right at the end that you have now. So you're gonna find 2 ends that you have now. We're gonna put them together, and then find the opposite end of our string. Slid out my hand. And then we're just going to put them in one hand. Do the same thing again. This will be the hair. And you're going to make a tie right at the top. I prefer this end because it gets a little confusing. So you get your blue string, cut a piece, and then you can lay it down as much as you want, maybe a finger span. And you're just going to tie a knot. And then take your scissors, and you cut off on pull tension, cut, and then you again make your braid. Distribute the pieces evenly, and then we braid. And then you tie off both sides. I had a little bit of mess up here and right here. And my center is going to be right about here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our person. We're going to place the hair right in the center about. And we are going to tie down this to the top of our person, right where our tie is. And we're going to use a blue string. And then we're going to tie our top of our hair to our person. And then we're going to get our arm. We're going to slide it through here. So now we have a nice looking person. What we're going to do next is getting our green, and we're going to, which is going to be about let's say 4 fingers length. So you could just put it right on your palm and just go around in a circle. And then we slid it off, and we are going to slide a string through here, but you don't tie it. You're just going to put it on our person and tie it in the back. Then we have both ends of our string, and we're going to tie them together again in the back. Not too tightly, because we don't want to pull out the other string here. And then when you double knot it, you want to make sure it's tight. Maybe even triple knot it this time. And then we spread out our skirt. Look how pretty that is. Our next job is we get our green yet again, and we're going to wrap it around our person's torso. So you're going to wrap it on the waist first, and then you cross over the chest, and you cross over the other side of the chest. Cut it off, and then you tie it in the back with one of the strings that we've already wrapped around our person with. And then we get our bread pieces and we cut them. And you could decorate however you want. I'm going to make a smiley face, or at least 2 eyes. I have a black marker. I'm just going to make 2 eyes. You don't have to make eyes if you don't want to. And there is our doll.